But he's trying to be so humble, I think. I said, oh, bloody forget the humble. If you actually discovered Banata in WA, you should brag about it. Oh yeah, it's not scientific to do that. Yeah, so then he's going to get written out of history, isn't he? Well, I'm writing him in. Yeah. I think they should genetically test it to see whether it's been a plant. Of course, then we had all the red aldrovanda. Yeah, red aldrovanda. It's suddenly isn't it amazing how all the aldrovanda suddenly started going red, like we had with the flytraps and the capes. You know, it came out with a normal cape, white cape, bloody red cape, red Venus flytrap. Now we've got a red aldrovanda. I think it's just too many parallels, too many coincidences. How many coincidences can you have? Only two. Once you get a third one, you can draw a unique straight line, and it's not you haven't got you can project it forward to the original or back to the origin sort of thing. Oh, by the way, I'm recording this on the Tuesday the 5th. The shit apparently is going to go down. Well, it'll be Thursday our time in the mill. It's already starting to go down apparently. Mill Specs Works has got there are 3 equivalent to Cloud, if you Captain Scarlet, Cloud City things. Apparently, West Coast, East Coast, one in the middle of the country, they can actually have the capability of launching a nuclear attack from these things up in the air, sort of thing. So they're on full basically alert in regard to what Iran said the other day or something. I don't think anything like that's going to happen, but they are on full alert now with these things flying up in the sky like flying fortresses or Cloud City sort of Captain Scarlet things in the sky with full capabilities of launching missiles if necessary to wherever they need to send them, Iran or anywhere around the world sort of thing. So they're up now, according to Mill Specs. There was nothing much up yesterday, no, last night. But today, yeah, they're up there now. There's a lot of activity going on, and things are coming out, and I think it's going to get a bit hairy over the next few days, but it'll be fun. I think people are going to get a shock of what's actually gone on in the past and what's been going on, and the level of the plan and everything like that. But let me see. Okay, so we've got that basically. You got these books. This one has a good thing on some of those other things that Darwin did. Chirality and all that sort of stuff. Some of those other things, you'll get a kick out of it if you're not up to that. This is stuff I read. Back in sort of uni sort of days. Happy Noel. It's a bit belated, I know. I thought I had a Merry Christmas sign. It says it's like the tinsel, the blue tinsel. Put it away somewhere, can't bloody find it when you need it. It's a bit like that little mosquito thing. You did get to see the actual JPEG of. As I said, it's summer in the house. As I said, I put it in a safe location, and now I can't believe. I think the rule to me in the future, to myself, is never put anything away in a safe place ever again. If it's gonna have to be a dedicated box. I put everything into a dedicated box, I think. So so as I said, people email me with these strange stories like Rodney Boone ran away with the master set. I couldn't believe that, because I've been dealing with him for years, like 20 years or more, 80s through the 90s, and as I said, so when I went back on the line and got this strange story, I don't know whether other people can give me more detail. Apparently someone put some CPs into a bog there, and the cape went bunter. The cape went bunter, and it spread, and the New Zealand biosecurity has clamped down hard on there, and they can't import anything basically. They can't even import stuff or something. So the only way CP things get into there, it has to be like illegal. So they're now in a way forcing people to do illegal stuff rather than going through a process legally and having, which I think is the wrong way. You should have some form of legal process. Otherwise, you end up with in a way tyranny. You got to wear a mask. Okay, hang on. Let's think this. Virus particles are on the size of smoke particles. if someone with a cigarette blows through a mask and the smoke comes out, it's not stopping the virus particles. It's a load of bullshit. I mean, when is someone actually going to actually... Well, I know someone has demonstrated, but when is someone going to go on the mainstream media, the lamestream media, and actually say, this is the science, you know, virus particles, they're inanimate objects, this is how they spread. It's like little particles of dust in a way, you know, crystalline dust in a way, and they're the size of smoke particles, so if smoke can get into something, so can the virus particles. So these masks are absolutely useless, basically, and they're actually doing you damage. I think this is all going to just disappear after, you know, early this year, sort of thing, after the 20th. It's all going to disappear, and a whole mass of people are going to be arrested, and everything like that. It's all going to go down, and we're going to get back to a normal life, I think. And it's nothing to me. I've been in my carnivorous plants and so on. I saw a few strange things, like you weren't happy and you tried changing the rules, and slowly over the next couple of years the rules got changed back, you know. We went, yeah, we had like bi-monthly meetings because they worked out no one could stay angry for about 2 months. 1 month you could stay angry for 1 month, you could punch somebody's lights out, but don't know what happened back in 1983 when I went on the student exchange, but it was a weird year anyway, so maybe we're going to learn something. Maybe something relevant to that is going to come out with all this stuff that's going down. It's going to be like a side part and of something. As I said, some bloke said he was going to send me something, you know, when he died. I don't know whether it was... I don't know, they're so scared of being sued. I don't know, but from what we're going to find out, there's a lot of this sort of political sort of blackmail and stuff like that, whether there's something equivalent here in the land down there. I know the whole of WA was a Dalek church state, and as I said, when we went back there in 2018, you couldn't find a donut shop to save your life, you know. I couldn't believe it. You couldn't find a bloody... if there was one, it was round the back of a shopping centre, no signage or something like that. I reckon they were all owned by the Dalek church, and when all this bumbuggery of small boys came out, they had to sell them all off or something to, you know, rather than selling off all their big buildings and estates and all that stuff, they just sold off the little fry sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's what happened, right? And that's why you can't find a bloody donut shop. As I said, we were at Cervantes at one stage, and some bloke was on the mobile phone, you know, some tradie sort of thing, saying, oh, it wasn't as bad as it was 6 months ago. And I think, bloody hell, how bad did it get? So anyway, I think this is basically what I how much we got? 1 minute left, I think. Is it 1 minute or is it 11? Yeah, 1 minute. So maybe this will be the only clip. I don't know. I can't think of talking about that much. But hopefully this will be, you'll be happy with this, and then the next parcel will be sometime when we go to Mount Bold sort of thing. So yeah, looking for the Gemmy, but the different Gemmy. As I said, it seems to be like Mendelian genetics. Some of the Gemmy that come off these plants at Mount Bold are different, are darker, and Donnie actually happened to stumble on this by accident, and it's taken us this long, almost 2 decades, to work out that some of the Gemmy are different, like maybe 1/4 or something like that, and you've got to get those ones which are the really dark red, almost black ones. So we'll try and find those for you, whether we send them all and you just pick them out, or I grow them here and then pick them out, or I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll get there somehow. But that starts like 7 to 9 days straight after the first rains come here. That's when the stipulate bud, a bit like the Bonata bud, and said I had some roots came out, 2 on one side and 1 on the other, on a Drossard Bonata. A stipulate bud on a Drossard Bonata opening up, and 2 roots